When we analyze why our clients and potential clients make a decision to hire us or to hire someone else, it's very easy to assume that they're being very logical in their decision-making process. So we then operate accordingly. We give them information that appeals to that logical side of them. Well, let's discuss that because there's another side to this discussion that you need to be very aware of. Well, welcome to Legal Marketing Minutes, where I share short bursts of current marketing news and advice. I'm your host, Nancy Myrland. If we haven't met, I'm a marketing and business development advisor specializing in content, social, and digital media marketing for lawyers and their legal marketers. Your time is valuable, so let's get started, okay? Well, it's so easy for us to assume that buying decisions, whether they're ours or someone else's, are done in a very logical state. That if we just present facts, if we just write enough blog posts that contain maybe step-by-step, or they contain bullet points about the most important, very logical steps that something has to go through, the thought process, that eventually we are going to appeal to that person because they too, our clients, your clients, are very logical people and they make very smart decisions. But here's what you need to remember. My friends Andrew and Pete, I wrote down a quote from them quite a while ago, and they said, buying decisions are 80% emotional and 20% logical. And this is true whether those percentages differ for different markets or not. The percentages are still important to think of because the difference here is that even though we all fancy ourselves as people who make very logical, fact-based decisions, what's really happening under the surface is that your clients, your potential clients, are asking themselves questions like this, or these are the statements. These are the feelings that they have underneath that logical search. I'm really worried. I don't want to make the wrong decision. I don't want to hire the wrong lawyer. So what am I supposed to do? Because this is my career on the line. I'm really frustrated because I wish we didn't have this problem in the first place. I wish I didn't have to spend money even thinking about it, and it's taking my time away from other things that I should be doing. So I'm frustrated about this. I'm scared. I'm really scared about this because if we don't get control of this, then this is not good for the company, and this is not good for my position within the company. This is not good for anyone at my company. So I'm really scared about this. And then, you know what? I'm not very confident about making this decision. I know that I have so many choices and I'm not quite sure who the right person is, and I'm just not confident because I haven't gone through this process enough, or because, you know what, these two people seem very much alike and I have no idea what to do or who to choose. So my point here is that people say these things to themselves, and that is the emotional side of buying. So what happens when they do have a logical side that is on a fact-based mission to try to figure out if you are the right person to hire, and then they have all these thoughts and feelings and voices that are operating in the background, whether they realize it or not. If you just stop for a minute and think about some of your own decisions, don't you have some of those same thoughts when you're making decisions as well? You and I make decisions very much based on emotion. We may have fact-finding in the middle of all that, but our emotions then control the day. So what does that mean for you? That means that you also have to show your human side. You also have to show, and I know this word is overused in a lot of places. I've blogged about it. You can go to myrlandmarketing.com and just search by empathy and you will find it. But you have to show empathy. You have to show that you understand. You have to show enough of your soft skills, your soft side, that you can deal with someone and acknowledge that, yes, maybe they're worried about this, or acknowledge that they're frustrated about what's going on and tell them you understand, you would be too, or say things that will help them to not be so afraid. And if that is that you have worked in this space for a long time, or that you can share some stories, some very human stories about others, not giving names because you don't want to talk about clients to other clients, but you can tell people, you can show them that you understand and that you are not just there to throw facts at them, that you understand. And you don't have to come right out and say those words to them. Oh, I know you're worried. Gosh, I know you're frustrated. Or, yep, I know you're scared. Yeah, you don't seem very confident. I mean, obviously, we don't want to just throw those words back at people when we sense that those are stirring under the surface. But your words can definitely come out, your human side, body language. And yes, you can do this virtually if you're stuck having virtual meetings versus in-person meetings. You can still see someone else's eyes. You can still hold your body when you are, let's say it's Zoom or some other virtual meeting platform. You can still show empathy. You can show it as if you were talking to someone in your family and showing empathy or sympathy about a situation. Would you stand there and be very professional and never show empathy on your face or show caring and concern? No, you wouldn't. And really, a portion of that is the same for when you talk to your clients and potential clients. So yes, be fact-based. Appeal to that left brain part of them that wants to make a very objective decision by having a set of factors to deal with. But then also realize that they're looking for someone to help make their job easier. They're looking for someone to help them make their decision easier. So if you are the one that can show some empathy, that can show that you understand that this is a frustrating situation and that it's not an easy decision, and ask questions to try to draw that out of them, you are going to be the one that is more memorable to them than others, because you haven't said it and you don't need to. You are acknowledging that a good portion, perhaps the majority of their decision is being made based on their emotions, not just facts. All right? Well, let me know what you think about this. Well, that's it for today's Legal Marketing Minutes. Please do me a favor and let me know your thoughts about this topic, and if you agree with it, or if you find yourself making decisions based on emotion when all is said and done. And if you know, like, and trust someone, those are emotions too. We talk about those a lot in legal marketing, lawyer marketing, and professional services overall. So let me know what you think. I would really appreciate it. If you're in a place where you can leave a comment, just let me know, or email me at nancy@myrlandmarketing.com, and that's MYRLAND marketing.com. Plus, you can always find my contact information on my blog at myrlandmarketing.com. And if you're connected to the legal profession, which I suspect you are because you're here listening to a podcast called Legal Marketing Minutes after all, I invite you to join my Facebook group, and we discuss marketing and business development, content, social and digital media marketing. And you can find that very easily by going to Facebook and just doing a search for Social Media for Lawyers with Nancy Myrland. When you do, just let me know when you get there that this is how you found me, by listening to the podcast. Well, thank you so much for spending a few legal marketing minutes with me. I know your time is valuable, so I appreciate you spending a few of them right here with me. Take care. Until next time, I'm Nancy Myrland.